Today, I'm showing my top 10 iPhone games of 2020. Before we start, if you're gaming on an iPhone, I strongly recommend that you get a gaming controller. I personally use Backbone One. It's all built around the free Backbone app. Here, you can browse games with controller support, launch a game you own with controller support, start a party with friends, see what games your friends are playing and join them, or screen record, edit, and share your favorite moments. Backbone works with any game that supports controllers. Number 10, we have Butter Royale. Butter Royale is a terrific multiplayer shooter featuring fast-paced food fights. You can play offline or online against 31 other players in cross-platform multiplayer across iPhone, iPad, Mac, and Apple TV. Use power-ups to heal or slow down your opponents. Use food blasters from the Bread Zuka, the Relisher, the Gumballer, the Sausage Repeater, and so forth. And watch out for the flood of butter. The top-down perspective works really well on the smaller display of an iPhone, and the touchscreen controls and UI are very accessible and not overwhelming. Butter Royale is available to Apple Arcade subscribers on the App Store. The game is supported on iPhones back to 2015. Number 9 is Playground AR Physics Sandbox. Playground AR is an augmented reality sandbox experience where you can place down and interact with toys in the real world. The game was released back in 2017, but in November 2020 it was updated with LiDAR support for iPhone 12 Pro. Unlike other iPhones, iPhone 12 Pro can now interact with the environment right away. It has no need to scan surfaces, as it's updating every second, which is insane. LiDAR also brings improved performance, physics, and blocks. It's another level of AR immersion. Playground AR Physics Sandbox is free to play with no in-app purchases. The game should be supported on iPhones back to 2015, but for the best AR experience, keep it to devices from 2017 and up. Number 8, we have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. 2020 marked the long-awaited return of the Jedi Exile on iOS. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 is set 5 years after the events of Knights of the Old Republic. The Sith Lords have almost eradicated the Jedi and are about to crush the Old Republic. You play as a lone Jedi and will choose your own destiny. Will you go down the light side or the dark side of the Force? The choices you make will affect the main characters, people in your party, and those who may join you on your journey. The main story is about 30 hours. For completionists, it's about 50 hours. Anyway, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 costs $14.99 USD. It is supported on iPhones back to 2016. Number 7 is MudRunner. Welcome to an off-road simulation, MudRunner. Players can drive all-terrain vehicles to venture across extreme landscapes. Enjoy modes from tutorial to get the basics down, missions, and free game. There are 15 open world maps to explore and 16 vehicles that you can operate. Each vehicle brings its own characteristics and attachable equipment. The game has very well thought out touchscreen controls for navigating with the map, driving around, operating all the different machinery, changing gears, and so on. However, you can also play with a controller, which makes going through environments a little more easy. That said, the game is not meant to be really easy. MudRunner costs $5.99 USD. It does have in-app purchases, but only to purchase extra DLC content. The game should be supported on iPhones back to 2015. Number 6, we have Reigns Beyond. Reigns Beyond is a funny sci-fi take on the roguelike card genre. It has 14,000 plus swipe-based decision cards that are made up of binary choices. The previous games in the series worked really well on touch, and Reigns Beyond is very similar. It's great on the touchscreen. This time around, you follow an intergalactic indie rock band who are traveling from gig to gig, recruiting alien band members, earning money, and most importantly, looking for stardom. You are the captain of their spaceship and will manage the ship's resources and keep the crew in check. Players can also fight pirates, tax collectors, and more in swiping-based dogfights. Reigns Beyond is available to Apple Arcade subscribers on the App Store. The game should be supported on iPhones back to 2015. Number 5 is Incredible Mandy. Puzzles, puzzles, puzzles fused with some action is what you get here. Incredible Mandy is all about the memories of two siblings told through their dreams. You'll see amazing landscapes from mountain peaks to deep canyons. You'll see seashores to hidden corridors too. Each location is filled with clues to find and cool puzzles. It's not until a little later in the game when you'll face more enemies and bosses. The game is about 15 hours long, which isn't bad. Look, the movement and combat mechanics are a little janky at times, but it offers a compelling story, decent graphics, and some of the best puzzle solving on iOS. Incredible Mandy costs $2.99 USD. The game should be supported on iPhones back to 2015, but for the best experience, keep it to a 2018 or newer iPhone. Number 4, we have Battle Prime. Battle Prime was released in late 2019 and went heavily under the radar because of games like COD Mobile or Shadowgun War games. Look, it's a terrific third-person, team-based multiplayer shooter with 6 vs 6 battles. You can go into modes such as Harvest, Team Deathmatch, Skirmish, Domination, Control, and so many more. The game has really good graphics too. In fact, in early 2020, Battle Prime was updated with improved graphics and 60 FPS support. I'm also super amazed that the game offers controller support, as many games like this one don't. Battle Prime is free to play, but contains in-app purchases. The game should be supported on iPhones back to 2013, but to enjoy the high-res graphics, play it on a 2015 or newer iPhone. Number 3 is Repulsive. This skateboarding game has no real objective and no map. Instead, it's up to you to make your own fun in the world. Backflip off rooftops, jump across cars, ride on top of cars, or perform tricks in a half-pipe. The game is playable in both landscape and portrait orientation, so it's perfect to play on the go with your hands or on the couch at home with a controller in hand. Now yes, there are some side objectives, from secret challenges to complete. There are characters to unlock, and collectibles to find. Repulsive costs $4.99 USD. The game should be supported on iPhones back to 2013, but for the best performance, play it on a 2015 or newer iPhone. Number 2, we have League of Legends Wild Rift. Wild Rift brings the iconic 5 vs 5 MOBA experience to mobile. The game is currently in the regional open beta, so some locations are still not supported. The gameplay is pretty much what you'd expect from the PC version. Main differences are no crossplay between PC, the graphics and UI have been fully rebuilt, it's missing a few champions from PC, The map is smaller and mirrored, and matches are quite a bit shorter. If you're interested in the game, it's free to play after all, but it does contain a number of in-app purchases. Despite Apple saying this is a high-end game, it's absolutely not. League of Legends Wild Rift can run on iPhones back to 2013. Number 1, we have Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. This is a fantastic side-scrolling Metroidvania game. What you get here is exactly the same game found on PC or console. Only caveat is that the frame rate is a little lower and the touchscreen controls are not the best, so definitely play with the controller. You play as Miriam, who is cursed and slowly crystallizing. Now you must battle through an infested castle and defeat its master to save Miriam and humanity. There are over 120 enemies to battle, 107 weapons to use, 23 skills, numerous combos, and you can enjoy fashion items for appearances and buffs. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night costs $9.99 USD. The game is supported on iPhones back to 2013, but for the best experience, keep it to iPhones from 2015 and up. Here are some bonus games for your iPhone. Genshin Impact is a fantastic free action RPG. Recently, I showed the game in my video, Top 10 iPad Games of 2020. However, I left it off this iPhone list as for me, it's more suited for iPads. The touchscreen UI is very overwhelming on the small display. Having no controller support doesn't help either, and the game will make your iPhone get very, very hot. I'm sorry if your world has ended that Genshin Impact wasn't on the main list, but I think it's for the best. Moonlighter is an action RPG with rogue-lite elements. You'll see the everyday routines of Will, and will go into dungeons to defeat monsters. It costs $11.99 USD. SteamWorld Quest is a role-playing card game where you lead a party of heroes through a dangerous world and will engage in intense battles using your wit and a handful of cards. It costs $9.99 USD. Madden NFL 21 Mobile Football is a free sports game and is undoubtedly the best way to experience Madden NFL on the go. Ninja Chowdown is a free, action-packed, colourful runner in a world ruled by food and clans. What do you think of these iPhone games? Impressed or disappointed? Let me know in the comments. I tried really hard to choose games that are both easy to play on mobile and also show what these devices are capable of when it comes to playing good games. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and turn on notifications to stay up to date with everything Apple gaming related. Anyway, my name's Stewie and thanks for watching.